Well, hello and welcome to At Home Today. Stick around because you've been asking for it, and today's the day that you're going to see it. We're doing a child's birthday party. Right. Me, I don't even have children, and I'm doing a child's birthday party. I've got to tell you, though, we've got some of the cutest kids you ever wanted to see that's going to be here at the end of the program, including my great-nephew, Joshua Adam Boback, who is on the opening of this program, who has grown up quite a bit in 3 years. And you're going to see Josh and some of his buddies, and even some of his friends, his little girlfriends, are going to be on the program at the very end. So we're going to show today a lot of ideas on how to make good, appealing dishes, appetizing and low-fat for your kids for their birthday parties. They don't have to be full of sugar, and they don't. Some of them are and some of them aren't. I don't want you to think this is all low fat or all low calorie, but it's a variety, and that's what I think you're going to enjoy. And the kids are even going to get into decorating some things at the end of the program. First of all, I have to read this little letter. This comes from a lovely lady who says that her 4-year-old granddaughter, Sarah, really loves to watch At Home. She says, we both enjoy the program. We make bread and we do a lot of baking, and we really enjoy it. And she wants to send you a letter. And this is the letter that Sarah, 4 years old, has written to me. Don't you love this? I love it when kids do this. Obviously, 4 years old, she's not even in like school yet, hardly. She says, Arlene, I am Sarah. I love to cook. I am 4 years old. I love you, Sarah. I love you too, Sarah. Thank you so much. I appreciate letters like that. Appreciate all the mail that we receive. And because we've got a lot to do, we're going to get right into the meat of the program with kids' birthday parties and all the ideas just for you. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Here's today's at-home hint. To keep ice cream from leaking through the pointed end of a rolled sugar cone, stuff a tiny marshmallow in the bottom of the cone before adding the ice cream.
For updates, pictures, stories, and more, like us on Facebook. To watch hundreds of classic episodes, subscribe to us on YouTube. And to get hundreds of free recipes, visit ctvn.org/athome.
Well, we're back to start our child's birthday party, and here's some really quick, neat ideas for some things that you'll want to serve. Some of these are very low fat. For instance, we've taken pita breads and we've sliced them in half. This is a half a pita, which is very low fat. We're going to take some low fat cottage cheese, mix that in a bowl, and pour some prepared pizza sauce in there, and we're going to mix it together. And we'll spread this over the pita. You know, this cottage cheese is really good for kids because they need, you know, it's good calcium supply for them, but they don't need the fat necessarily. And I'm not really, you know, one of these people says, oh, you know, kids shouldn't have fat. Kids need a balanced diet. That's the thing that's most important to remember. You want to use just a scant, like maybe a 1/4 teaspoon, something like that, on each of these pieces of pita, because then we're going to put some vegetables. And you know, you can even let the kids do this. Kids would have fun making their own if you didn't want to take the time to do it yourself. You could get the kids involved in this and let them work on making their own pitas. Kids like to do stuff themselves. When they can do things for themselves, they really enjoy that because that makes them feel grown up. And really, I'll rob a little off of Peter here to make Paul one. There we go. Now, the next you're going to put on this, now if your kids like mushrooms, put mushrooms. If they don't like it, don't put it on because they're not going to eat it, you know. So maybe put some peppers on some. And really, you can use a variety. You can put some pieces of ham if they like ham. You could put pineapple chunks. You could put some diced onion if they like onion. This might be a nice time to try some different things with the kids. And just make it a variety. And make it special because if that's your child's birthday, they want to feel special, particularly on that day, as more so than any other. So just cater to them what they want, do that special for them. Then this is a low-fat mozzarella, and you want your oven to be preheated on about 400 degrees because these are going to bake for about 15 minutes on the cookie sheet, just like we're doing. I think it's nice to start when they're at a young age thinking about low fats and watching the calories and make it healthy snacks for them, not necessarily those full of sugar or full of fats all the time, but balance I think is the key. If you can do that and do it with a balance, give them some of the good stuff and some of the not such good stuff, balance is the key. All right, I think we've got them, and so our pizzas, Pita pizzas, are going into the oven. They're going to be there for 15 minutes. I'm going to set my oven. Okay, there we go. Now, the next thing we're going to do is another type of a sandwich, which is real different, something that maybe you haven't seen before. I think this is a cute idea. You take wheat bread, just slices of wheat bread, and we toasted it, all right? If you toast it in the oven, you can just toast one side and keep the other side browns, but just toast it on one side and don't let it get too hard. Then we take a piece of our toast and add some unsweetened applesauce. Now, it's nice to get it clear to the edge of the bread. I'll tell you why. My husband, Paul, when he puts jelly on bread, he puts it right here and nothing on the corners. Me, I like to go clear to the corner because I don't want that bite that doesn't have any on. And kids are like that too. I guess I'm really a kid at heart. Then you have a variety of all good things for kids. Okay, let's give this little guy, we're going to make faces here. We're going to give this guy some hair. So this is just coconut, a little bit of coconut. Then we're going to use the cherries, and we're going to give him the eyes. And how about a nice big, these are dates, these are chopped dates. That's going to be his nose. Fellow needs surgery immediately. There we go. And then I'm going to take some banana. Kids love bananas. Adults love bananas. We all love bananas. And what I'm going to do is just cut it in some strips. And we're going to make the mouth, all right? I'm going to make one more for you. There he is. I don't know what these are. I mean, these are called funny face sandwiches, but I think these are clever little ideas to get kids, number one, to eat applesauce, which is very good for them. This time, I don't think we're going to make that kind of hair. We're going to use somebody that has curly hair. How about that? We'll use raisins. They have curly hair, and we're going to leave that there because we're going to put something else on there. Again, we'll use the cherries for the eyes, and this time we're going to use the dates for the mouth. These dates make it easy, and look, he's a smiley. Let me show you what I'm going to do with the banana piece. We're going to put that here like it's maybe a feather in his hat or something. Let me show this to you so you can see it. We think these are real different. Again, it's just a piece of toasted bread that you spread with applesauce. Let me turn it around here. What do you think? Cute? Cute ideas. All right, we're going to move right along now. Let your imagination be your guide. I'm telling you, you can do anything and everything with a variety of things like this, and kids really do love it. It's interesting for them because it brings out their creativity, which is really important. Well, the next thing I found, and I thought this was a great idea, these are just on the market. Echo, that makes a lot of bakeware, has designed this pan in connection with the Nestle chocolate chip company, and these are called Cookie Kids. As you can see, this pan has indentations of little boys and little girls, okay? And it's, I think they're cute pans. They have the no-bake, no-stick surface to them. What you do is make your regular chocolate chip cookie recipe on the Nestle bag, and the only difference is you let it chill out for about 10 minutes before you have to use it. And they tell you to use about a tablespoon, and all you do is put the dough there, all right? And you have to work with a little bit, and you smooth it to within the, just this side of you don't want to fill it full is what I'm trying to say. You want it to come back from the edge. And sometimes that's not real easy to do because those chocolate chips, which we really like, they tend to lump together. Now, you say, this isn't going to look good, Arlene. No, it doesn't when it's in the pan, but I tell you what, when you do this and you put them in the oven and they bake for like 6 to 8 minutes, something like that, you bring the pan out, this is what they're going to look like. These are our Cookie Kids. and you let them cool for just a couple of minutes, and then they'll come right out of the pan, and you can see, look at those chocolate chips on there. Isn't that great? Well, you're not done yet, because what you do then is decorate. And when we have our kids here for the end of the program for the party, part of the party is having the children decorate the cookies that they get to take home. And we have some examples of that here in the front. You can see we have decorated these cookies, and I think they look great. And that's just with some flat icing on there. We decided to do it that way and then just use gel to decorate. The kids are going to have a great time doing this. This is a great item. It's not hard to do, and your kids will have a great time doing it. It would even be nice to do this for Christmas or any other time, not necessarily just for a child's birthday party. All right, let's move right along now. Come over here. I'm going to give you another idea. If a birthday cake is something that you always buy for a child's birthday, but the kids never seem to eat it up, and it ends up the adults all eat it who are trying to watch their weight, I think the kids have a hard time with that because they just don't like to take a fork and eat it. Well, I want you to get some of these flat bottom ice cream cups. I want you to prepare a chocolate, a yellow, or a white battered cake. Doesn't matter what kind of a cake batter you want to make. Just prepare it like the package direction says. Then you're going to fill this little cake cone half full with, cake batter. Hard to believe, isn't it? But you fill it about half full, and really this makes a lot. It makes even more than cupcakes, I think, because you fill them just half full. If you fill them too full, the cake will come up over the top of the cone and it'll go flat. You can't make it real round, but you certainly can fill it full. And you bake them. You spray the pan. We're using a muffin tin. You can use a cookie sheet. Spray it with Pam, and then place these half filled into the muffin tin. Let them bake, and you will be surprised. Let me see how many. 350 degrees. You bake them 25 to 30 minutes. When they come out of the oven, they look like this. There's the cake. Here's the cone. That's great. Then you make buttercream icing, which is just plain powdered sugar, butter, or shortening, milk, and some vanilla. And you make a fluffy type icing, which is right here. Does this look like an ice cream cone? Sure it does. That'll get your kids to eat the cake. They'll think they're eating ice cream, and what a surprise when they bite into it and it's actually cake. We'll be right back in just a minute with some more ideas for a child's birthday party. Stay with us, please.
If you love At Home with Arlene Williams, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have hundreds of episodes with all your favorite recipes, holidays, and friends.
Say hi to your fan club.
Hi, fan club.
And don't forget to click the bell so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Well, as you can see, we've added some wonderful faces to our birthday party. I'm so glad you came today. Thank you very much. This is my Josh. This is my great nephew, Josh. Hasn't he gotten big since the last time you saw him? Josh, how old are you now?
5.
And what's your name?
Josh.
That's what I thought. And what's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica. Thanks for coming, Jessica. And what's your name?
Mandy.
Mandy. And your mom works with us, huh? And Jessica's mom does too. She's our makeup lady. And what's your name?
Shaq.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Shaq.
Zachary. His dad, we've got the Cruz kids here today, and we're so glad. Now, the important thing I want you to do is to decorate your cookies. Each one has a cookie on their plate, and they're going to start the decorating process, and I'm going back to the kitchen. I want you to come with me because we've got a whole lot more to work on while these kids are decorating. Go ahead. They've got tubes of gel and tubes of icing, and they're going to be working on it while we're still working in the kitchen. We'll get back to them in just a minute. Now, where do we stop here? Okay, we've got our ice cream cake cones done. Our pitas, let's take a little check on the pizza that we've got cooking here in the oven. Ha ha. Look at that. Don't they look good? Let me show this right here. Don't they look good? We're going to put those on a dish, and we're going to be serving them when our party gets in full swing as soon as they get the decorating done. All right. We told you about the cookies. The kids are busily working on that. I just need to move some things around here. So I have some room to show you some other things. The other idea for a dessert, we showed you the cookie, we showed you the cake cone. That is one idea of doing a cake. Another idea is you can bake just a plain birthday cake like this. And in some stores, usually cake decorating stores, you can find, it's called a topper. And what it is, it's on a piece of plastic. We've got a little nasty fly here. It's a piece of plastic that this is icing that they have printed on, okay? And what you do, you just merely pull this off and you set this on the cake. Now when you first set it on, it looks like it's not gonna work because it's standing in air. You can see it'll move, get out of here. It'll move around. But as this thaws to room temperature, it will begin to mold over the cake, all right? And so you just kind of let that set out. Now, that's a way to decorate a cake. We'll just put some candles around it. That's another way to do it so you don't have to spend a lot of money at a bakery getting a cake. Just another quick idea we thought we'd share with you today. Now, if you know kids, you know that they like desserts, and we're always looking for new ideas and new ways of doing this. This is called Sunshine Pops. And what Sunshine Pops are, let me get my glasses here. Sunshine Pops are like a frozen pop in a little cup. We have some ready here. And what you do is put a spoon in the cup, and we're going to make a filling that goes in there. Let me clean up here a little bit. First of all, you take 2 cups of orange juice. Whoops, got the wrong one here. I tell you, we have things everywhere here today because we're trying to do so much, but we want to bring you some good ideas on what you can do, like if you're going to have a party, because you've written to me and said, you know, gee, I don't know what to do. Can you give us some ideas? And we try to accommodate you. So we're going to put 1 cup and another cup into the blender. This is orange juice. You can use orange, pineapple, or whatever flavors that you particularly like. How's it going, guys? Doing a good job? Yeah, good. All right. And to that, we're going to add 1/2 cup of no-fat vanilla yogurt. All right. Notice how closely I measure this. We're just going to pour it in there. And what you do is we're just going to blend that with the blender very quickly. And you're going to pour this into these prepared cups with the spoon in there. Now, the spoon's going to lay to one side, and that might be okay, but for right now, see it's a little thick. We're going to pour this in. When it's about halfway frozen, you're going to want to put the spoon, push it towards the center of the glass, so it looks like, or the paper cup, so it kind of looks like a popsicle type thing. All right? And put them in the freezer. Let them freeze up. It's best to do these overnight. Do them until they're firm. They need to be real, real firm. And like I said, when they start to freeze, then just move the spoon into the center. It really is going to work good. All right, the only thing, of course, you know, pretzels are great for a snack for kids because they're low fat, so put pretzels out. Stay away from the greasy things. And stay away, I don't want you to make all of these, like the cookies and the cake and, you know, these cake cones, because that's too much sugar. But I do want you to remember that any one of them is a good idea, and whatever you want to do one this year, do one the next year, do one the next year, or for different child's birthday throughout the year. Just, you know, make a variety. I think that if you have what I have learned through experience in being at children's birthday parties, the temptation to have 15 children, because you think, well, I'm going to do it, so I'll just add some more, it's not always a good idea. With that many children, sometimes it can get very hectic. Planning is really, really important. You want to plan thoroughly. What if you plan this big party outside and, oh, the grass is cut and everything's ready, and then it starts to rain? You always have a plan B in mind. keep in mind, well, if it doesn't work, if it's raining outside, we'll just bring the whole thing inside. But make sure that you have a child-proof area so that the kids don't have to feel like they're afraid to move, because they have to grow up, they have to have fun, they have to enjoy. And so I think if you plan well, it's going to be a success. And let the kids enjoy themselves. Just let them have a really good time. One more quick recipe I want to share with you is called a banana blizzard. And we're going to take a banana and we're going to make it, cut it into 6 parts, and you put that in the freezer the night before. Then when you have, it's totally frozen, we're going to use that in the same blender that we made the other one because they're similar. We're going to take that frozen banana, the chunks, put that in the blender, and we're going to add some milk, 1% or skim. We're going to add 1 cup of that, 1 cup of 1% or skim. Okay. And 1/4 cup of yogurt, which we have here, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And all of that together will make a banana blizzard, a wonderful beverage that your kids are going to enjoy. And while we're whirling it up, I want you to find out how you can get all of today's ideas and recipes, and we'll be right back with the kids in the party. See you in just a minute.
To get all the recipes from today's show, plus hundreds of others, just click the link in the video description or visit our website, ctvn.org/at-home.
Well, I hope you're enjoying this child's birthday party. And whose birthday is it today? It's nobody's. But eventually, you want it to be your birthday, Josh? Yeah. Okay. And Josh, mine. Oh, and Jessica's too. Okay, how about Zach? You want it to be your birthday? How about yours, Mandy? No. She's a woman. She doesn't want to get any older. A smart girl here. Okay, we're going to show you, first of all, look at these cookies, how they decorated them. There's Jessica's. Isn't that pretty? Nice job, Jessica. And Josh, look at, yours kind of looks like a snowman, huh? With a beard? Has he got a beard? No. No beard, huh?
Just his mouth.
Just his mouth, okay. And Mandy, what's this? This is beauteous. What did you do? What's
Nothing.
It? Nothing, just an all-over look, right?
Uh-huh.
Very nice. And Zach, here, we got to hold this one up. Look at that. Nice job. What would you call this?
A Power Ranger.
A Power Ranger, of course. What else is there, huh? Did you see his Power Ranger? Nice job. All the kids did such a good job. And as you can see, we've put out the foods that we've prepared. We've got our pita pizzas there. Here's our ice cream cone cake cones. Down over here is our happy face sandwiches with applesauce and bananas, and there are some more decorated cookie kids there at the front. And also here is our cake that we put the topping on. Remember I told you that once it came to room temperature, it would cover the cake beautifully, and it certainly has. We hope that you've enjoyed, and I know the kids have enjoyed themselves today. It's great to do something special for your family, and it begins at this age, clear up until they're great grandmas and grandpas. And kids, thank you so much for coming today. I appreciate it. Are you tired?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Welcome to television. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you the next time, because it just wouldn't be the same without you here at home. Okay, guys, here we go. Ready? 1, 2. Happy birthday!
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home. Thank you for watching.
Fresh produce provided by Jordan Banana, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Dravosburg, PA. Cookware provided by Woolies. Your favorite gourmet deserves the best for less from Woolly Balcony Cookware. Groceries provided by Foodland, where the answer is always yes. Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.